Oh, fine, fantastic. Over the moon
Okay.
at cloud nine.
Oh, amazing, amazing. That's great. Let me tell you, you look as fresh as a daisy, as cool as a cucumber.
As cool as cucumber. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Girls put cucumber on the ice. Why?
Just to get rid of dark circles if they have dark
Oh,
circles.
I see. I see.
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
Oh no, I don't have any dark circle, and how will it come? Actually, I don't allow. I don't let them come. Actually, I believe everything uh, means depends on us. Actually, what we
Mm-hmm.
want. I think God is kind enough to give
Mm-hmm.
anything what you want. But if we want those dot circles come because of some stress, tension, and
Mm-hmm.
or some
Overthinking.
disease or some lack of vitamins also, some
Yeah.
lack of vitamins. If you are not eating, like many girls think this should be eaten or not, this should be eaten or not, everything must be eaten. I tell you, many girls are on dieting. So
Mm-hmm.
dieting is not good, actually, I tell you, because you must eat everything, but in the proper ratio,
Yeah.
appropriate ratio. That is
Mm-hmm.
important, or neither more nor less.
True. 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 True.
So I
Portion
believe,
control.
I believe you, if you eat in this way, I don't think that you will be obese, or you will be you will have any disease, anything. You will be enjoying. But first thing, very important thing for health, I tell you today, that I have seen the ferries when I went to Andaman. Then all in the ocean or sea, there are tides, high tides, low tides, but these ferries are sailing, and many ferries means day and night. And then I thought how they don't sink. Then somebody said, because water doesn't go inside,
Hmm.
and that is
That's
why
true.
they are flowing, they are means floating. And because the same thing happens with us human beings also. We can
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the life unless something enters into this mind, like
Hmm.
water enters into boat and it will sink. Same thing here also, unless you enter any wrong, negative thing into your mind,
Yes.
you will enjoy. But once you have
Wow.
entered any negative thing, the
Wow.
same,
Wow.
it
Wow.
will work as a water, and it will sink you. It will just
Yeah. It will destroy everything.
ruin you, it will destroy you. So
That's
that
true.
is why
That's
this is very simple funda.
mm-hmm.
How the
That's true.
ferries are enjoying, how the boats are enjoying, how the ships are enjoying in into that water, or in the water where there are high tides, low
And
tides, anytime it can sink. But the process is such that they don't let the water in go in.
yes. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
The same thing here
Okay.
also.
So
If
yeah, that's true. That's true. Even I would agree with it. The moment you let your negative emotions come in your mind, that is when it kind of ruins everything, as you already
it
pointed
will
out.
ruin you. Yeah, so don't
It will
let them
ruin
come,
everything.
don't let them come.
Yeah,
Avoid such
that,
people.
that is true. Okay, so the topic that has been assigned is quite scientific in nature. I think only science students who are from science background will
And
be able to
I am science
discuss.
background.
Oh my God, that is
I'm
why
electrical engineer, I will
I
definitely tell you.
Oh my God. Okay. Even
Today,
I have
yes.
a science student, but I have left it long time back, right? Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I will tell
So
you
would you like to
everything.
tell me what
Yeah,
is renewable energy, what is non-renewable energy, and what
yeah,
other alternate sources of energy can we have?
yeah. Definitely, I would like to tell. So I believe that there are two kind of sources of energy: conventional, non-conventional. So conventional are actually that non-renewable, means we cannot gain again. Once it is lost, is lost. Means like a petrol, diesel, or your coal. All the
Mm-hmm.
petroleum products and we cannot gain it again. Once coal is burnt, that coal is burnt. You can dig the earth and get it again, but how long? It is limited. Coal is limited, petrol is limited. So what is limited will be non-renewable or conventional. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
gain again. It is, you can say, exhaustible. It is exhaustible. So
Exhaust.
it will
Yeah.
exhaust one day, everything will be finished. So that is why when the petrol, I think 140 years it will run. But
Oh yes.
after that, what will we do? How will we run our vehicles? And because petrol is very important, our aeroplane, our aeroplane
Mm-hmm.
is running, means flying because of vehicle. Oh, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
petrol.
So
Petrol is
fuel,
required.
fuel. Mm-hmm.
As a fuel, petrol is required, no? So
Mm-hmm.
petrol is filled in the tank, then only
Mm-hmm.
aeroplane flies. Similarly,
Mm-hmm.
your vehicles, cars, trucks, all the vehicles need petrol. So if petrol is over or finished or or finished, so once petrol is finished, how will you run these vehicle or aeroplane? So that is why we had to think about renewable things which can be renewed again, which can be gained again. So then we invented wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy, geo energy, and hydraulic energy. So these are the renewable sources. And mostly, why do we require these things? Because of our electrical appliances, our gadgets, and our
Mm-hmm.
vehicles. So how will, so that is why we have made electrical vehicle nowadays.
Yeah,
With
yeah, yeah.
electronic vehicle, yeah. So we can operate by cell actually. If you once you charge it, and you can drive it.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, your electronic gadgets. So first of all, I would like to tell you about solar energy, because these are exhaustible, means non-renewable, everybody knows. Petrol, coal, and
Okay.
natural gas, everybody knows about this, yeah. Because this is going to end one day. This is going to end, this
Mm-hmm.
is going to finish. So then how will
Okay.
we survive actually? So for that we
Mm-hmm.
have invented
Is solar energy renewable or non-renewable?
renewable. Renewable.
Mm-hmm.
Because why it
Oh,
is? Because sun is giving us heat, and it is going to give for 400 crore years.
okay. Okay. Got
It
it.
has
Got it.
been giving for 400 crores years, and it is going to give for 400 crores years.
Mm-hmm.
So it means
Mm-hmm.
it is not going to finish, right? So sunlight
Okay.
we will be getting always, always.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why this is renewable source. We are not going
Mm-hmm.
to, it is not going to finish. And
Yeah,
like
that's
petrol is going to finish, it is in the
yeah.
earth, and one day it will dry. So no
Yeah.
petrol will be there. Coal also, we are digging, and we are taking out coal from the earth. One day it will be finished.
So it's depleting day by
Depleting,
day, right?
yes, you are right, depleting. And why it is so, I tell you. When that earthquake, or you can say that when the earth ended once, everything destroyed, then all the trees went down, and
Oh, yes.
down the surface, yeah. So
Got it. Got it.
those trees actually melted and became oil, became oil.
Yes.
That is
Oil.
called petrol, yeah, that is called petrol. So
Mm-hmm.
because these are fossil fuels, so that is why you
Yes.
can you
Fossil
can say
fuel.
fossil fuel. So that is how it is here. So now first of all we will discuss about solar
Mm-hmm.
system. How will we get energy from solar? So sun, you can say. So for
Mm-hmm.
that we have solar panels. We
Yes.
make solar panels, and we provide solar panels, and in solar panels there is silicon, and it is
Mm.
called solar cell, positive, negative. So what
Oh my
happens
God.
actually, yeah, what happens when sunlight
I,
falls
I,
on
I
this?
feel I feel like I'm sitting in a science class.
Yes, yes. And it is very interesting also, because
Yes.
today's topic is this, no? So
Yes. Yes.
I will tell you different thing also. When
Mm-hmm.
light falls on these cells, it produce electrical energy
Wow.
through photons actually. So photons actually are there. So and similarly we produce electrical signal also, because when
Mm-hmm.
your camera works, and it takes the photos or in the movies, and then how the movies are transmitted to the our television, because there is
Yes.
light signal, the electrical. So this light signal is converted into electrical signal first, and
Yes.
then we receive that electrical signal, and we convert again into picture signal, photo signal.
Wow. Wow. That's great. So there's a lot of science behind it.
It is
Okay. We
called
just watch
synchronize it.
television and we enjoy.
It is called synchronization. Synchronization means
Oh.
at the same time when we telecast or broadcast the
Mhm.
signal, the same time we receive. If we
Yeah.
don't receive, then the head will come first, then feet is coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't happen anymore now. Gone are the
No,
days when we
yeah,
used to have
that is that
experience.
is why that is why specific frequencies are used
Yeah.
on this. That is called carrier frequency. It is not carrier, it's carrier, because
Yes.
these frequencies these frequencies are very powerful, so that they can travel into air. Otherwise it will not come to our house. And
Mm-hmm.
it is being sent from the tower, so it is
Mm-hmm.
coming to our house. So that is,
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you that photo signal can be converted into electrical signal. So same thing is being done here. Light signal is taken from sun, and it is converted into electrical signal, and then
Mm.
that electricity we use for our electrical
Yeah.
motors
That's
and
true. That's
electrical gadgets like
mm.
mixie, grinder, everything we can
Mm-hmm.
use. So this is how solar panel works.
That
Okay,
is
got it.
true. That's true.
Now, next is wind energy. Wind energy is also very popular, but it doesn't work at many places, because the wind must be fast actually. So that there should be
Mm.
specific speed of the wind. If the wind is
Mm.
blowing at that speed, then only these blades will work. The blades actually,
Yes, true.
this is called that is called windmill. Windmill. So
Windmill.
where three blades are there, and those blades move through the air. When
Mm.
speed of air is 5 to 7 mile per minute, or second, or kilometer, whatever the maybe. So that then the blades move. And i
Will
tell
move.
you the I tell you the fundamental, uh, basic fundamental of
Yes.
electric generator. Then only you will
Yes.
understand how the electricity will produce here. So electric
That.
generator actually, yeah, electric generator, there is a rotor and stator. So rotor moves, and stator is the copper binding,
Oh my God.
winding, yeah,
Okay.
winding. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
these motors are fitted on that pole where
Oh,
this wind mill is there. So
okay.
then when these blades move, this rotor also moves in the
Okay.
electrical field, and it
Wow.
generates electricity.
Wow.
It
That's.
generates electricity.
But do we have windmills in India?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Many. If you go by train, you will see in the
Okay.
fields actually, many fields for
Okay.
where farmers do their work farming. So there it is available, and in India,
Mm.
many at many places I have seen myself,
Okay. That's
and
great.
I
That's
have
great.
inspected also. I have inspected of factories also, everything, because I was
Mm.
working in RDSO there, where I had to inspect these things. So I did it.
Oh, that's wow, wow,
so
wow.
so 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 this is how windmills works actually. So main
Mm-hmm.
fundamental is, if you give mechanical energy, you can take electrical energy. If you give electrical energy, you can take mechanical energy as well.
Yes.
Like
So
if you
that's why
give
we say no,
yeah,
energy can be transferred from one
yeah,
form to another form, right?
yes, it is happening. Like in our houses, we have electric motors, water motor. Where water is supplying. Water tanks are being filled because of those motors. So how those motors are being operated? We give electricity to this, and then it
Mm-hmm.
it starts rotating and throwing the water upside. So
Yeah.
this is opposite. This is the motor, but there in windmill we use generator, because that mechanical energy is received,
Mm-hmm.
and
True,
we
true.
have to change into electrical energy. So this is
Electrical.
both are different, yeah. But actually we are talking about the windmill. So we will talk about how to generate electricity through windmill. First of all, I
Mm-hmm.
told you how to generate electricity through solar panels. Now I'm talking about windmills. So
Wind energy.
once these blades are moving and the windmill is rotating, so you are getting the electricity, because motors generators are fitted on the pole only.
Okay. On the
Yeah,
windmill
on
itself,
the
right?
windmill itself,
Okay.
behind that blades,
Oh, wow,
behind
wow,
those
wow.
blades. So blades are connected directly to the generator actually. So when
Mm.
this will move, generator will move, and
Wow,
electricity will be
that's
produced.
great. That's great. But still, we do not have electricity in many parts of India, right? There are many villages who have which have not even seen, how a bulb works, how
See
it
pop,
glows.
see population 140 crores, so it is
Mhm.
a very big, huge population. But actually,
Yes,
one more thing I tell you, if you can say that China also has a population, but Chinese are very honest, very
intelligent and skilled.
intelligent. No, and not only intelligent they are, because they grab the techniques. Actually, they send their engineers to get the techniques from different places, and they are very honest. I tell you, honesty is very important. If you're
Mm-hmm.
honest, then you will give your 100%. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
not honest, like I told you yesterday, that offline and online work, so work from home. So if when you work from home, you work more. But when you are in office, you are gossiping, you are having coffee, you are having tea, and most of the time you waste actually. So
Yes.
similarly, but in foreign countries it is not such. They are not allowed to use mobile phone during
Mm-hmm.
work.
That's
They are
true.
not
That's true.
their mobile phones have been taken. But here in
Mm.
India, you have allowed everything, and that is why
Yeah, everything is allowed.
so after this windmill, I would like to tell you hydropower.
Mm.
Hydropower actually is very
Is it
important. And
hydroelectricity?
hydro means water, actually water, what
Okay, hydroelectricity.
electricity from water, when we receive electricity from water. So how do we receive? I tell you, there are many dams in India, and
Yes.
I would like to tell you the names are, I think, Bhankara.
I think one of the biggest dams is in Orissa.
Yeah. And one is Koina Dam, one is a Tihri Dam, and one is Sardar Sarovar Dam, and one
Mm.
is actually Bhakla Nangal, which is very famous, Bhakla Nangal Dam.
Wow, wow, wow.
So,
That's great.
so these
Mm-hmm.
are the dams, and dams are why dams are built. Dams are built to gather, to collect water. So
Mm-hmm.
what they do actually, they fall the water from a great height, top,
Yeah.
high, huge height, and from
Yes.
there it falls on the turbine. Turbine is
Oh,
just like fan actually. It is again fan.
okay. Again
So
a turbine.
there I told you that the wind give the pressure. Here water gives the same pressure.
I think
On
it's called as kinetic energy. They
Yeah,
change the
kinetic
kinetic.
energy. Yeah, kinetic energy. There was also kinetic energy in wind, in case of windmill. Here also, but there the wind has given the energy. Here water
Mm-hmm.
is giving the same energy, because it is
Mm-hmm.
falling from the height. So then
Yeah,
it starts rotating again. The motor is in, generator is fitted,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
True,
you
true.
will receive electricity.
Wow, sir. Wow, that's great.
So this is how this is called hydropowers, hydro electric plant actually. So
Mm-hmm.
it is because we receive electricity through water actually. So
Mm-hmm.
now come to another power plant, and that is, I think,
I think we
biogas. Yeah,
biogas. Okay.
biogas is very important nowadays. It is in villages actually. Most of the villagers are using it. So biogas actually, what is a waste of uh, means cow
Is it
dungs,
cow dung? Mm-hmm.
yeah, and leaves and vegetables or fruits, which are it is a fermentation process, and then we get that gas, and then
Okay.
that gas is accumulated somewhere, and we use that gas as a biogas
Okay,
to,
that's great.
yeah,
Then that gas can be transformed into electrical energy again.
electrical, no, electrical energy, we can use it, but we don't use actually, because
Okay.
bio plant is actually just like your wood also.
Okay.
Wood also comes into this.
Got
So
it.
if you directly burn wood, you can get the few
Mm-hmm.
fire, and you can
Yes,
work, you
got
can
it.
cook your food.
So it
So
can be used to cook our food, right?
yeah, no,
Cook our.
similarly, instead of this burning this wood, we
Mhm.
accumulate gas in cylinder, and then
Okay.
we burn the gas stove
Okay.
actually.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yes. So
Okay.
it is easier than because you, if you fire the wood, heat the wood, or you fire the wood, it will take much time, but gas immediately starts. So that is why
Yes.
we have gone to biogas. So
And it
this is
doesn't
what.
produce any smoke
No, no,
as such.
here electricity only gas to cook the food actually. Okay. Now,
Got it, got it.
now next is
I'm,
next
I'm enjoying
tidal.
I'm enjoying my science class.
And then I would like to tell you then other energy, that is tidal energy. Tidal energy
Oh.
means actually it is in the ocean or sea. You can see the high tides, low tides. So again
Mm,
the same thing. The fans we provide, like windmill, again we provide, and those mills work through this pressure of the water, pressure of the
yes.
water. Yes. So
Okay.
again the generator works actually same.
Oh
So
my
here
God,
we
there's
can
a generator everywhere, a
generator is
turbine
connected. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. So you can produce electricity here also. And
Yes,
then
yes.
one more is actually called geothermal plant.
Geothermal energy. Yes.
Geothermal energy. This is the last actually, because we have already discussed all. So it is seventh. So seven
Mm.
energies are there. So
Wow.
geo actually, geo. What is geo?
Geo means Earth,
Geo
I believe.
actually, I tell you, yeah, earth. We dig the earth till we get the heated gas,
Mm-hmm.
heated gas, and or you heated water. Sometimes we get water also, heated water. So if we get water, it will produce vapor. So those vapor will have the force. Again we can rotate the generator, and we can run the generator, and again we can
Okay.
get the electricity. So this is how geo uh, energy comes
Mhm.
actually. So that is why
Okay.
I have explained in brief actually all
Wow,
the.
wow. At the beginning of the session, I had this thought in my mind that Mr. Kamal will say, "Oh, it's such a boring topic. Let's not discuss it. We'll discuss something else." So I had at least 2 to 3 topics ready with me that we could have discussed. But you took this challenge heads on, and you stepped into the shoes of any science teacher, and you explained it so well. I felt that as if I am sitting in my science class
Yeah,
and listening to my
I
science
think
teacher.
you would have got that fundamental also. Means like how
Yes, of
motor works,
course.
electric motor, and how generator works. Means motor works
Yeah.
when you give electricity, and generator works when you give mechanical energy.
Yes,
Similar.
of course, sir.
Yes.
It kind of helped me to recapitulate all those concepts that I've studied
Which you
in
studied
school
in
or
10th class. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you explained it so beautifully. You know.
Because I used to teach science and maths also earlier, but I have left
Mm,
it actually. I started teaching in English only, but
mm,
earlier I used to teach mathematics. I was the best mathematics teacher one day,
mhm.
and
Oh,
my
I think you
students.
can teach any subject if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah, I can take it. Even I tell my principal, why don't you give me social science? Why don't you give me history? I will teach everything. And he laughs. Oh my God, what kind of teacher you are? Actually, you can teach anything. Yes, yes, I will study and I will go through the subject
Yeah.
within 10 to 15 minutes, and I can teach.
Yes,
And
yes, yes. You have that.
some days some
You
teacher
have
ask.
you have a flair. You have a flair. You have that natural flair for teaching.
Yes, I tell you, 10 to 12 subjects I teach in electric, in English, English, BA honors and BA pass. So what
Mhm.
happens? I teach one day, and tomorrow I will forget. I tell you, tomorrow I will forget because I go through the subject, I read the subject, and I teach.
Mm,
But again, I
mm.
don't. If I have to teach again, then I have to go through that again.
Yes, that is when
So
you remember it. It's
I
yes.
forget, yeah. And next day I will teach next book. Third day,
Mm,
third book. Many books
yes.
I can teach, but one day I study and teach, but I
Yeah.
forget.
But if you
Like
have to teach the same thing, to students
then I,
repeatedly, that
yeah,
kind of becomes permanent in your mind.
then like grammar, I have miss everything is in my active mind. Always everything comes immediately, and my students are, oh my God, sir, how which kind of technique you have taught? Like WH family I teach, so
Mhm.
five wives, one husband. That way of teaching is different. Five W's and
Oh,
five wives and one husband is how? And three
oh my
sisters in
God.
law. Three sisters in
Okay.
law. Who's whom whose? Which whom whose? These are sisters in law. So this kind of husband there is available. Whereas actually in India, one marriage is allowed. In Pakistan, three marriages, but five
Mhm.
marriages are not allowed anywhere. But this is kind of husband who has five wives and three
Oh,
sisters-in-law.
that's great.
So
That's
this is
great.
the way I
Amazing.
teach my students, WS family. Yeah.
Oh, amazing, sir. Sir, I enjoyed this session thoroughly because the way you explained it, how one form of energy is transferred into another form. So that is something that I will remember. Believe me, this is something that I've read long time ago. And I was very skeptical or apprehensive, I should say, whether you would want to discuss it, because I would say your comfort and your interest is, pretty much important for us. So, but you took it brilliantly, and the way you expressed each and everything was so, I would say, so good. I would never ever forget it. Not even me, even you speak with anyone, even with students,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you explain these things to them, they will never ever forget it, because you have simplified the concepts. At the same
Yeah.
time, you have not compromised with the quality as well, right?
That is why I told you, no complicated things I don't like. Like you tell
Mm-hmm.
idioms and fancy words, I don't use
Mm-hmm.
because I want to make the students understand. If suppose I use,
Mm-hmm.
I told you today everything you could understand easily because
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I made it simplified.
Right.
I
Yeah, yeah,
simplified
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yes, great. And there was no mistake. Not even for a second did I feel that there was any error. Everything was on point, impeccable, flawless.
Thank you. As usual. We are enjoying
Yes.
daily new topics, and that is why I believe we must
Mhm.
learn something new daily, and that is my fundamental. I tell
Because
my
when you
students.
go through that topic, you kind of, it kind of helps you to revise all that vocabulary that is
Yes,
related to that topic,
I
right?
remembered immediately my old time when I studied electrical engineering, and today I have
Mhm.
explained all these things which
Wow.
I have
Now
studied. Yeah,
it tells me how you became an engineer, because you had a natural, I would say, tendency to learn all these things very well.
yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
I'm
great.
technical person. Yeah, I used to work in HL also for 1 year, where I used to
Mm,
repair electricity when electricity power cut, power has gone. How to repair it? I knew that only.
mm,
But I had left
mm.
now. But I know everything about electricity. Television also.
That,
I told you television also I repaired many
yeah, yeah,
televisions.
yeah. What not? That's great. People say that you cannot be good at everything, but you have proved it wrong. There are so many things that you're good at.
Yeah, I believe that I can learn anything. I believe.
Yes, yes, true, true, true. Okay, sir, let's call it a day. We'll meet again. Okay, maybe tomorrow or whenever possible, right?
Definitely, whenever
Okay.
I will get your slot, I will grab it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, okay.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. Bye.